Going away from the African Cup of Nations, something interesting happened in the 2025-2026 Nigeria Women's Football League Premiership. It did resume, but resumed with a lot of drama. We saw drama unfold in that match between Ibom Angels and Bayelsa Queens. Now, the Nigerian Women's Football League has fined Ibom Angels 2.5 million naira and ordered that the club play 3 home matches behind closed doors, following what happened that you can see on your screen. The coach was beaten blue-black. The players were also beaten. These are fans. Those who say women's football do not have fans, they have passionate fans. They have violent fans. And this is not, the fans are not respecting if this is female football or male football. They go all out. This is the coach of the side, what he got. I'm sure he might have said something that made a fan
if he gets angry like this, it's the referee that gets beaten first.
Yes.
You notice? It's always the referee first. What's the referees making bad calls? However, I've always said it, the league management company of Nigeria, LMC, they can back a loss, but they don't bite. You remember Juventus in Italian Serie A? Juventus lost points. They got like 9 points deducted or something, and they eventually went to relegation. Juventus, for almighty Juventus, all league of Italian football went to relegation because
the law knows.
What I think the LMC should do now is that if you have a fan that is misbehaving, make sure you get everything like this. We're not going to fine you guys. Let me give you an example. If Ifeanyi Ubah was fined one time, he was fined about 6 million. 6 million naira. Ifeanyi Ubah is change. It's chicken change. So if you tell him 5 million naira, they're going to be fined that, and they're going to get 9 points deducted. Everybody will behave themselves. So
the money is not deterrent.
But to be fair, by the way, it's no longer LMC. I mean, this is the women's league, right? Yeah. It's not the LMC. LMC, not even. But I think you said they are not backing. I think 2.5 million naira in the women's football game. Come on. In the women's football game is not change. It's money. It's good enough backing. Yes. I would say
every time they know
2.5 million. The women's game do not generate as much as the men's game would generate. So I think this is going to hit hard on the club. So to be honest, as much as you think it could be more, which is fair, I do think that this is fair enough backing. 3 games behind closed doors maybe is where I would have said you could do a little bit better, because this is just ridiculous. We would have said, maybe last year we would have said this is 2025, but now this is 2026. Yeah. We shouldn't be talking about things like this, right? So it's just ridiculous. But I do think that the Women's League management have done the best they can in this moment. I think maybe in times like this, a bit more games should be denied the fans, since you do not appreciate what you're getting. So it's just crazy.
Money, they'll just laugh and say, good, now money will go pay. You know, but when they know, listen, I can get 3 points deducted, I can get 9 points deducted.
Again, you make it sound like the government.
Gentlemen, it seems we're overlooking the fact that these fans that have perpetrated this act can be identified.
You can't. This is Nigerian unity. This is Nigerian unity. How many of our stadiums have cameras?
If you count the fans who were present at that match, you can identify.
What makes these things easier in other climes is the fact that there are security cameras, right? Let's be honest ourselves. The best we can talk about getting a video footage of this is the recording camera of the match teams that are going to be recording the game. How many of our stadiums really do have, even the high standard stadiums we have in Nigeria, how many of them?
So you mean it's difficult to identify a fan
the situation is different.
In a women's game?
It's not about the women's game, it's about it's not about the women's game or the men's game, it's about the structures we have in the country. They do not favor identifying particular individuals in moments like this. And also the video we did see is a footage of almost or over 100 fans on the pitch of play. So chances of identifying these people, let's be honest, it's not as easy as it might seem outside Nigeria.
The most violent fan base that we have are the ultras. They're called the ultras. How do you identify the ultras? The policemen can do a few on the field of play, but the cameras pick the faces of the.
Sometimes there are even databases for this in other clients. But how many would you say? Maybe the supporters club, would you really say they know their registered members? Come on, it's not as easy as it seems.
Let's wrap up the show by telling you that the Confederation of African Football has confirmed that The draw for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations that will take place on January 15, 2026 in Rabat, Morocco. That date has been confirmed. The ceremony will mark a historic moment as tournament expands to 16 teams for the first time. Host Morocco and defending champions Nigeria, who are 10-time African champions, they would headline the field of the continental showpiece. Other qualified nations include Algeria, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, Mali, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, and Zambia. The AFCON 2026 finals will be staged in Morocco from March 17 to April 3rd, 2026. I'm hoping that that date will not be postponed. Don't be choked up after taking...
But our girls always make us proud.
Yeah.
Every Nigerian, male or female, is optimistic when the girls want to play. And don't forget, they are ex-winners, 10-time winners. So.
All right. We're praying that I would take you by your word and tell you, I did tell you so, that this will be postponed because CAF can handle...
I'm not arguing, I'm opening
CAF can handle the AFCON, the AFCON and the WAFCON together. And you know what they do to women's football. Thank you so much, Chidezi, for making it on the show today. Thank you, Wale Sport.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate your thoughts.